Hi, I'm Angela Stribling, ready to talk about one of the baddest bands out there. I'm here with Michael Leake, and he's the founder of Snarky Puppy. How you doing?
Well, how are you?
I am also well. This is your first time playing the Capitol Jazz Fest.
It is. Very first, yeah. I'm from Northern Virginia, actually, but we've never had a chance to play this one, so.
Welcome home.
Thank you very much.
So how was it? How was the gig today?
That was great. Super fun. I mean, special for me because I actually saw my first real concert here when I was 13. Yeah, Herbie Hancock and Headhunters and the Dave Matthews Band, they were playing together. So I was in middle school, and it was so to play the same stage, I was like, oh, this feels smaller than when you're a kid.
Right, everything's so big.
Huge, but it was and the audience was really just very cool. The whole festival has a very laid back vibe that I love.
Yeah, laid back, but then very energetic. When they're feeling you, they let you know.
Sure, yes.
Yeah. So I've got all kinds of questions about your band. I love Snarky Puppy. You founded this band. How did that even come about? What's the story?
I was just in college my freshman year at the University of North Texas, which is kind of known for being a jazz school. It was the first school in the U.S. to offer a jazz degree.
I didn't know that.
Most people don't. It's strange. 1947.
Good tidbit.
Yeah. The more you know. So, the brain.
But I digress.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Exactly. So I was there studying jazz, and I was just writing music that wasn't really jazzy so much, and I wanted to play it. So I got some of my friends together at school, who I thought would be cool, and they came over to my house. We played through the stuff. I booked a gig in the basement of a tiny pizza place.
Oh, I love this.
And then now it's 15 years later. Well, I don't know. You can speed through the history, but it's that's kind of basically it.
But I love that. You guys were just there because of the love of music. You wanted to just work these ideas out. Jazz, fusion, I guess people don't know what category to put you in. R&B.
It's weird, yeah. It's
pop, what?
Yeah, I would
fusion.
say yes.
Yes.
It's weird because, yes, there's fusion-y elements of it. But when I think of the word fusion, I think of a distinct style of music that's kind of
and that's not
Return to Forever,
right?
Which is not really us. So I would say that it has elements of all of those things that you named, and then elements of other things too. A lot of music from around the world that we all study individually. We study music in different parts of the world, and so that stuff kind of comes back into the pot. It's like a big gumbo,
I love that, and I love that you stay so fluid. Sometimes you have a vocalist.
Yeah, sure.
Sometimes you don't.
Yeah.
Typically you don't.
That's right. But we had one today for a song.
Yeah, exactly. So that's just kind of, depending on the song, depending on the mood, depending on the venue.
Depending on our friends and if they're in town.
Whoever's around.
We had a kalimba player from Uganda and a singer from Atlanta. It was just they were both here, so we were like, let's do it,
And it worked.
With no plan, just, yeah.
Layla Hathaway, she did some things with you guys. In fact, that was when you first came on my radar in a big way. Just because I'm such a fan of hers, and she kind of, because of what she did with you, it introduced me to your music. So that's pretty good.
I try to avoid using superlatives, but she might be the baddest singer in the world.
She's pretty amazing.
In terms of just the instrument and the musicality and her presence, and it's it's like being around a queen, it's so heavy. Her what she projects is so heavy, while at the same time being down to earth, which is almost impossible.
You're right.
To kind of have those both of those things living in harmony, and I could not have more respect for her. She's just beautiful. Incredible.
So are there any vocalists, again, I know that you're not a band that always has vocalists, but are there vocalists that you want to work with or on projects that you say, you know what, that fits what I'm trying to do?
Yeah, it's dangerous because we're all music lovers and listeners first. Yeah. Everyone in the band is a listener before they're a musician, and you hear records by people and you fall in love with them and you want to make music with them, and it's very tempting to kind of jump the gun on that.
Top of mind. What names come to mind?
I don't.
First?
I don't want to say it because then it's I'm going to leave some out, But just anyone that we're a fan of. From someone like Okay, I'll just say it. From someone like Bjork to someone like Umu Sangare from Mali, or like, you know, like who, you know, there's just so many. Yeah. There's so many great musicians in the world. It's a beautiful thing, and we have to be careful with it because, you know, we're all session musicians and we all play with other artists and we know how to do that thing, and so it's like it's easy for this band to like go down this road of kind of being like the backing band. You know, when we did with Layla, actually, the same thing happened because we won a Grammy for that performance.
It's won 3 Grammys, haven't you?
Yes.
Bravo.
Thank you. Yeah. Well, I mean, we have nothing to do with that. It's just the you know, but we've been very, very fortunate. And with that first one with Layla, it was like, as soon as that happened, we started getting offers like, we want you to do a gig with Layla, you know? And it was like, ooh, like that would be awesome to play with Layla, you know? But it's like, but we do it 2 times, we do it 3 times, we do it 5 times, people see it, and then it's like, you know, then we're like the backing band.
And that's not where you're.
And that's not what,
no,
I mean,
that's
that record.
not the dream.
It's just not our MO. It's like, you know, we made a record with a symphony orchestra. You know, that was awesome. We did 2 records with singers. That was awesome. We did a record with a Burundian refugee. That was, you know, it's like we like to jump around, but it's important for us to kind of remain autonomous, and kind of remain sovereign, and in that way we're very free to explore different things without worrying about, is this going to upset our audience? Because they just like it when we sing with R&B stars, or they just like it when we sing with, you know, or play with whoever.
Be stuck going down this one road when I think what makes you so successful is that, you know, as I said earlier, you're pretty fluid.
Yeah, well, you choose, my parents always used to say, you know, you make your own bed. You know, like the bed you get into at night is the one that you made in the, yeah, you lie in it. It's the one you made in the morning, and it's like, you know, as an artist, I think it's very important that you, rather than going after what you think the audience wants, to do the thing that you really believe in and make your audience want that. Because then they'll just continue to want more of that. Whereas in the beginning, if you're like, we'll do this thing just to get fans, those fans are only there because of that thing.
Right.
Not because they like you. Because they like what you're doing, and if you change what you're doing,
they're like, you know what, like, I don't know you anymore.
Yeah, exactly, you know.
Which doesn't mean that you can't switch up, you know, creatively, but if you're just chasing, like you said, chasing what you think they want, that's not authentic.
It's not, no, that's not you being you. It's like, it's the same with the relationship. It's like, you want someone to love you for the person that you are. Right, and not just for the, like, you don't want to not be yourself around them and have them fall in love with that.
That's right. Love me for who I am. Right.
The problem is that with a band, it takes like 15 years to...
And how many of you are there?
2 for every year we've been around, basically. So yeah, like 30. There's like between 23 and 30 guys in regular rotation, so.
Michael, we were trying to figure out how we were going to get you guys all in here.
Well, it was easy. Just me.
Yeah, we were so happy to just see you walking through this door. This worked out really great. I am so happy that you're here.
Thank you.
You'll come back to the Capitol Jazz Fest?
If they invite us, we will come back.
I'm sure they will. Yeah, you did your thing today.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right, I'm here with Michael League, the founder of the baddest band, Snarky Puppy. I'm Angela Stribling with Michael League for Capitol Jazz TV.
Hey, this is Michael League from Snarky Puppy, and you're watching Capitol Jazz TV.